The delusional, worshipful nature that Donald Trump is afforded or treated with is just perplexing. I just don't understand it. Someone who is a clear charlatan, liar, grifter, dumb guy is just worshiped and heralded by these Republicans. This video is Burgess Owens, who's I guess a former football player and a black guy who's a congressman in Utah. And the black guy thing, I know you're probably like, what the hell does that have to do with anything? For me, it matters because he converted to Mormonism as a grown adult, only like 2 years after the Mormon church, after they got I wasn't going to break it out, but I guess I will. The prophet of the Mormon church, the president of the Mormon church, got a call from Jesus on the bat phone, and it said, oh, you know how I said no blacks were allowed in the church? Now they can be in the church. And that's when he decided, oh, the white supremacist organization, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, now they say I'm okay, so I'm going to join the church. Make it make sense. This same guy goes on this CBN or one of these Christian networks, and talks so glowingly and worshipfully about Donald Trump that we've never had a genius like this in the office of the president before. Donald Trump, a genius. Never before has the presidency known such a wild genius. Look, we've had a lot of terrible people as president. Most of them are terrible. But even some of the terrible ones were actual geniuses. Thomas Jefferson, for instance. Abraham Lincoln, not a terrible one, but Abraham Lincoln. To call Donald Trump a genius, he's not the most genius guy who's ever been forced to not do any charities in the state of New York. He's not even the most genius of that group. He's not even the most genius of con artists who sells Bibles and NFT cards with him as a cowboy and an astronaut. He's not even a genius among that group. He's certainly not the biggest genius of the presidency of these United States of America. Watch Burgess Owens waxing worshipful about the genius Donald Trump.
Joining us now is a former NFL player, successful businessman, and current congressman from the great state of Utah, Representative Burgess Owens. Welcome back to Victory News.
Greg, looking forward to chatting with you, my friend. Absolutely.
All right, I want to talk about President Trump's tariff pause, but let's listen to White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt first. Here she is.
Tariff on China will now go up to 125% because China imprudently decided to retaliate against the United States. And as I said at the podium yesterday, when you punch at the United States of America, President Trump is going to punch back harder.
Now, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says President Trump's strategy all along was to isolate and expose China with the reciprocal tariff plan. Did he get it done while calming the American investor?
He actually did. And I'll just say this. What we have to recognize as a country, we've never had a genius in terms of an entrepreneur in office before like this. Someone not only knows how the numbers work, but also loves our country and has a mission to make sure we're America first again. So I'm excited about what's happening right now. I'm excited about how the world is responding to President Trump. We've deserved to have this kind of respect for quite a while, and it's coming back big time, big strong. And I'll say more importantly, within our country, we're getting hope again. We're getting enthusiasm about the possibilities of what we can get done. This is a remarkable moment, Greg. It really is. And I think it's important that we all recognize it and appreciate it and be able to take what we have now, pass it to this next generation as they come along. This hope in America is what we've always been about, for sure.
Yeah, this is definitely a reset for sure.
Respect is coming back. We deserve this kind of respect, and our genius president is bringing it back. The world loves us again. The world hates the United States again. The world disrespects the United States again. The world sees clearly who Donald Trump is. It's a shame, Burgess Owens, congressman, convert to the racist Mormon church, that you are a deluded cult member twice over. All of this, I believe, is to try to quell concerns when the market crashes based on Donald Trump's actions. The market went bananas. There was like $8 trillion lost in value in the stock market because solely of Donald Trump's tariffs. And you got this guy who joined a white supremacist organization as soon as they said it was okay to join. If you don't know, by the way, what I'm talking about, in 1978, the Mormon Church, again, with the bat phone thing, they got a revelation that the creator of the universe changed his mind and said, yeah, black's no good. Oh, wait, actually, black's okay. The creator of the universe changed its mind. And he hook, line, and sinker. So take that as you will. His credibility on making decisions about who's a genius and who's not, and what's right and what's wrong. Anyway, I invite you to this conversation. You can call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. You can also email me daily at dollemore.com. I would love to hear from you. For that matter, you can just comment below and tell me how wrong I am. I'm sure all of the LDS folks, they're in my family too. I grew up in Idaho. There's more Mormons per capita in Idaho than there is in Salt Lake City or in Boise or something. I grew up with these people. I know what their values are. I know what their church says. I know what their doctrine is. Come for me if you will, but do your research before you do. How about that? Anyway, if you want to help support this work and keep me flush in bat phones to Jesus, you can click the join button below, become a channel member for $2 a month, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. All those ways are great at helping promote this show, grow this channel. I would appreciate it very much. Also, if you really, I'm thinking of other things right now, just Google Mormons, white and delightsome. White and delightsome, something they value very much in their scriptures. The color of people's skin and white and delightsomeness. Yeah, it's gross. Anyway, I'll see you next time. I appreciate you very much. Be genuine. Take care of one another. Many of you are aware that my dear friend and brother of choice, not of blood, Brett McAfee, suffered a near-fatal medical emergency last summer while our families were on vacation in Scotland. I appreciate to no end the outpouring of support for Brett that you all gave. And I'm also very happy to report that he is safe and healing and working that long path of recovery. What I've probably not told you about Brett is that beyond being an excellent friend, he's also a talented writer. We have been the best of friends since we were kids, and I have been continually inspired by his creativity and by the truly singular take that he has on life. Over 2 decades ago, he wrote a poem called The Grateful Child. It's an acknowledgement of all the simple strengths that we tend to overlook. Written from the perspective of a young person, multiple grateful children express gratitude to their parents for the elements that make them who they are. The accounting of these everyday gifts inspires a clear reminder that we should not take anything for granted. I've shared Brett's remarkable poem with numerous people over the years, and a reoccurring response is that this should be a book. Well, we finally decided to listen to those people. The Grateful Child is not only a children's book for adults in your life, it's also an adult's book for children in your life. Everyone will appreciate its straightforward yet elegant celebration of life's little endowments. Click the link below to pre-order now, or simply scan this QR code and order your copy or copies today. But this being an illustrated book, we could not survive on the words alone. To pair with Brett's touching words, we searched all over for an illustrator who could bring the Grateful Child to visual life. We landed on somebody right here in the community from this show. Leah Farshid is an internationally acclaimed illustrator who, like you, is also an audience member. The moment we saw the first images that Leah drew to accompany Brett's text, we knew we had a perfect combination. It brings me tremendous joy to share my best friend's beautiful poem and Leah's spectacular images with the world. Everyone can benefit from The Grateful Child, just as I benefit from Brett's lifelong friendship. Share this beautiful book with your children. Share it with your parents or other relatives. The Grateful Child is an easy and exceptional way to show appreciation for someone in your life, young or old. Support someone you love and support this channel by giving The Grateful Child. Click the link below to pre-order now or simply scan this QR code. I am pretty sure your children need a copy. And your mom, your nieces and your nephews, your Grandpa Charlie too. Don't forget Grandpa Charlie. I think he'd love this. Make The Grateful Child a part of your life. It has been such an excellent part of mine.